It's good to have you. So why don't you come and join our conversation, because there are too many gists on social media. In fact, we don't even know which one to start with. There was one that we saw recently about a discontent woman saying that unemployed women are getting married. I don't know what the woman's business is, but she made a point by saying that she expressed her displeasure that at the rate at which unemployed women are tying the knot every weekend. According to her, unemployed women are getting married, and how will they feed? How do they plan to feed themselves when they get married without a job? And I'm thinking, what's your business? But this kind of spoiled quite a bit of conversation, because it opened up other kind of worms on the fact that should women remain independent? Should they be dependent? Don't you want the soft life of being taken care of? Must you work? You know, the original plan of God is just for you to be happy, you know, to be taken care of. You know, so why is it a thing that you have to be doing your things? What are your thoughts on this?
I think times have changed. You know, in our modest times, you would marry a woman so that she can nurture the home. You go to work to tend, you know, the way God did it in the garden. Adam was given the responsibility to tend the garden while Eve was home to tend to Adam when he gets back, Adam. And things have changed. We have constantly evolved. And with the harsh economic realities, I don't think it's wise, except you don't want to be taken care of. I don't think it's wise for you to open your eyes and get into a marriage when you do not have anything in your hands. You don't necessarily have to do a 9-to-5. You should have a business. You should have a way of sustaining yourself. You should be able to feed yourself and feed maybe 2 extra people before you think of getting into marriage. And we've talked about domestic abuse, and most of the times what we saw was that a lot of people are not able to break out of domestic abusive marriages because there is no financial independence. So they are stuck there.
Yeah, but that's if you're marrying Tom, Dick, and Harry. But if you marry Dangote or $10, I don't want to work. If I'm marrying a Dangote, with all due respect, or paying $10, somebody that also Elon Musk, for heaven's sake, I ain't going to work.
Yeah, but the statistics of the men marrying these women, did they tell you that a Dangote? So
this person that is accusing a woman of getting married without having anything, she's forgetting that there are a group of people that marry rich people. Let me come to your thoughts first.
So for me, I feel that when it comes to making a marriage decision, many marriages break up because of economics. And no matter how in love you are, when you drink Gary the first day, the love was sweet. Drink Gary second day, by the third month of drinking Gary, you would get frustrated. Poverty will take the love out of your heart. I think that it is important for both parties to be empowered and knowing themselves. I think that the world has changed. Even if you're marrying a wealthy person, come with value to the table. And that value might not necessarily be that you're earning as much as him. There's no competition, but you are valuable in that you're contributing positively to the society. It also helps the woman feel a sense of confidence when in that relationship, and it helps the marriage last longer, because when you're having conversation, you're telling me how your day went, I'm telling you how my own day went too, you're telling me what you earn, I'm telling you what I earn too. It's not competition, we're contributing to each other's growth.
See, for me, yes, it's good to have a man that will look after you if you can
afford it, yeah.
You know, but look, when I look at the young ones around me, and I see the women who don't work, and that they are married to these young boys, you are putting a lot of pressure on these young kids, because they're looking after you, then you go and have 1 or 2 kids. Is that man that has to look after you, that you're not bringing any money, and there's no value? So, to me, I think that women should work. And before they even think of marriage, they should at least have come to the marriage with something now.
As much as I understand, we want to encourage young people to work for against marriage, but the real soft life of the idea, what do you think? Do you agree that
being a kept woman,
God bless you, being a kept woman, I want to be kept. Must we all work?
Okay, so thank you. I think that question is what would make my perspective on what the lady said, what it would be. The first thing is that I believe you. Because I have there's some of my friends who look, you know, they're doing everything, but inside life is that they want to be really kept and well looked after. Now, I don't really agree that, when I read the article, I was like, hey, women never get a break. The reason why is because, you know, we often don't appreciate the value. I've heard value a lot. The value of what a woman brings to the table as a homemaker or a house, keeping the home, looking after the children, if it is what has been agreed between both of them. So, for me, it just shows the dynamics, how dynamics have changed. In the olden days, or not too old, some years past, it was okay for you to have the ambition to have an agreement with your spouse that because of the sake of our children, one person will go to work and I'll stay at home and I'll look after it. And if you were talking about value as to what you bring to the table, that's my value. I'm a homemaker. I'm raising up our children to be great citizens in the world. So it's not really...
It's a job in itself.
Yeah, it's a job in itself. So when we think of things like that, we often think, oh, if you're not working, if you're not earning an income, conventionally means that you're sitting at home and being lazy. There's a big difference.
It's more about adhering to what both of you have agreed. Because it's true that a lot of women who go into this thinking that, I trust that he will take care of us, somewhere they get burnt halfway, where the man hides information on them, hides the property, stuff like that. So that happens. But is that trust that was...
Thank you, Murayo, because I was just going to answer her and say, yes, but guess what? In times gone by, a lot of men disrespected our mothers.
Yes.
Because they stayed home and they looked after the kids. Yes, we grew up as better citizens. We grew up because we had our mothers there. But the men disrespected them outside.
True.
They had children outside. They had wives outside and mistresses. And a lot of the time, those mistresses were working. Those mistresses were doing 9 to 5 and they come to the boyfriend and say,
looking fly,
boyfriend, who is
well-dressed.
your mother's husband?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Look at her. She's so... Look at that woman.
She's so intelligent.
In his mind, he said, look at that woman that I have in the house, just there.
Tying wrapper
up and
No,
down.
but you don't have to tie wrapper. You can look... No, that...
But some look sharp.
Yeah.
When he comes home, the voice that he used to talk to your mother or your auntie, what is wrong with you? Why are you so... What is wrong with you?
Would you say it's the quality of the man as well? Because it depends on the man. There's some men who actually appreciate and are grateful to the women who sacrifice. No, I won't use the word sacrifice because it doesn't mean you would be totally doing nothing. You can be in, groups. You can volunteer. Yes, PTA. You can volunteer. You can, but you don't have to have. I think.
From my
So you can. I think the quality of the man. So I wouldn't say this is a blanket rule for all women. No. Yeah. If you're marrying a man that you know cannot handle a woman being at home and get a job. But if you're able to agree with your man and you want to do it for the good of your family, you've seen your family dynamics, I'm all for it, personally.
So